Hi, and welcome along to AFTV News Daily. Good evening. Hope you guys have been having yourself a great day. And we've got Claude in the building. Claude.
Good evening. What about a very special guest? What's that? What's happened there? Never mind the call, just Claude. What's going on here? Eh?
We have a very special guest.
Right, that's better.
Claude in the building. Good evening.
How are you, mate? All right, how are you? How are you, Robbie? Keeping well?
Yeah, listen, as well as we can do, man. What about you? How are you faring?
Yeah, I mean, I've been through about 100 box sets of different things, but yeah, great. Yeah, lovely. Can't even go. Yeah, well, you can't even go out to exercise here, man. They're all lunatics around here. So it's just I use the back garden for my little exercise, and that's it. So I've not seen much of the world outside, but anyway, life has to go on. Life has to go on, doesn't it, Rob?
Walking around your back garden like Major Tom. Like, you know, the captain who was
doing a few press ups here, doing these sort of things,
Press ups.
Yeah, press ups, getting fit. Yeah, I watched that. I watched Troops do it, so it's given me inspiration. I watched 49 Days of Troops doing these press ups and things like that. So it's given me a bit of inspiration, mate.
That's good. You know what? That's one thing about this thing. It has sort of made you focus on health. It has really made you focus on health.
Yes, made me focus on the bottles of wine I've got stacked up. Anyway,
you still on that wine thing?
Yeah. You know the old free. My mate, he brings it round. He comes because he has a meal deal. He don't drink wine, so he gives it to me. So I give him a meal
deal every day.
He has a meal. He goes and gets his meal deal from Tesco's every day now. So I get mine delivered. I get Icelanders to deliver my stuff, mate. That's it. Well, anyway, I can't be going out there because there's no social distancing around here, mate. They're all in the parks. I don't know if you see it the other day. I mean, did you see that in Clissold, London Fields as well? Did you see in London Fields? They're all sunbathing there as if it's a normal picnic. And they're going on about lockdown. So what lockdown? There's no lockdown going on. They're all there. If it's down to me, I'd have the tanks come in. Bring the tanks in. Bring the tanks in. No, bring the tanks in. No, I'm telling you, bring the tanks in. No one's observing this lockdown rule. There's no such thing. There's no such thing, mate. No such thing. Even Finsbury Park, I told you the other week, 5-a-side football games going on. No, man.
Was Pepe playing?
Hey?
Was Pepe playing?
Well, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, I'll tell you what. Tell you the way things are going. The way things are going with this thing, right? We could have people from Finsbury Park playing for us next season. Someone from Finsbury Park playing on our pitch. The way things are going with the money, you laugh and joke. Anyway,
actually, let me get your view on that first of all, right? Because Chris Hudson was saying last week when he came on, he's saying, "Listen, people need to be realistic. We're not gonna be doing these big transfers and stuff like that." Do you think that's realistic? Do you know, if we spent nothing this summer, would you be upset?
A few months ago, we were talking about Upamecano. Now we're talking about George Lewis. Who the bloody hell, George Lewis? Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ! George Lewis. Yeah, the alarm's gone off here now. I hope that's a fact. Oh my God! You know, please don't tell me there's a fire in there. Anyway, go on. Ignore it. It looks like.
So you shouldn't diss players like George Lewis because you don't know. George Lewis could be like a Did you know who Martinelli was before he came?
Yeah, but
did you know who he was?
There's a difference. Potential Brazilian under 20, someone that's been thrown out of Tromsø, mate. So there's a bit of a difference here. Come on,
he's thrown out of Tromsø.
Well, it's been given a free transfer. So listen, I'm not. This is where we are now. This is where we are.
Listen, you got to. I mean, I'd never heard of him either, but you never know. And apparently there were a few teams after him. There were a few teams chasing him.
Yeah, what was it? Oslo. Was it Oslo and who else was it?
You're harsh, man. You are harsh. I'm telling you, you are harsh.
Don't get me started.
Comments coming in already. Sean Taylor says, how can Arsenal fans think that you'll make signings? You've asked your current players to speak up. You can't spend millions.
No, exactly. But I mean, yeah, I know. I think that's what we're going to be doing: the swap deals and George Lewis and Fred, whatever. I don't know. That's what we got now. That's what we're entitled. That's what we're going to do. That's it, mate.
Anyway, how do you feel on the fact that now it does look like football is going to come back? I mean, me and DT had a big tear up again today in the All Guns Blazing podcast discussing it. But basically what they are saying is that, if things, the infection rate continues to drop, when we get to June, the season will resume, probably about mid-June. The government, how do you feel about that?
If it's all safe and well, let's get back. But the problem is, if we'd have all observed this lockdown properly and treated like a proper lockdown, not like this carry on that we've got at the moment. No one's really treating it properly. No one's respected it properly. We would have been in a better position than we are now. Hopefully now that I'm a bit worried about this, because now he's put measures in where people can come out, people can do this, people can do that, can go to parks, go this. He's put few new different things down. Phase 2. I would have tried, well, they're not even kept to phase 1, never mind going on phase 2. But I would have tried to keep it as same for another few more weeks and then come back. But if we are ready and there's no complications and people can get out on the pitch, let's go for it.
What about this whole thing about neutral grounds?
Yeah, the only thing I see with neutral grounds is where I think, and this is the problem, because there's going to be more than 6 clubs might object to that. And if they need at least 14 clubs to agree to this. Otherwise, if they don't agree, the whole thing gets cancelled. The whole league gets cancelled. So what you're going to have big problems where the teams that like Aston Villa and the teams around the bottom half of the table, West Ham, Watford, they're going to object to it. And I think the Watford chairman has already objected to it because they're going to say, well, they're taking our home advantage away from us. And where the other teams have had their games up until now. So it's a difficult one, Robbie. I don't think there's any easy answer to this. Whatever happens is someone's going to complain about it. Someone's going to say it's not fair.
Yeah, and to be fair, like even on the videos we've done, you've seen that some people are like, yeah, we should be bringing it back. And then there's other people who are just completely against it. I don't know. I'm still of the thing that if we can get it back on and complete the season safely, and I keep saying this thing, I see, like even this guy here, he said, deluded Robbie full force. I've said right from the beginning, if it can't come back safely, forget it. Don't risk it. Don't do it. But if the government say these are the conditions and it's safe, why not? They're bringing it back in Germany this week. If we bring it back safely, why not? Because I just look at things, Claude, and I think there's got to be a starting point to trying to get things back to normal. Although we think, I understand that things are away from normal at the moment, but there has to be some sort of discussion about getting things back, because we can't stay at home forever. We can't, and eventually we got to get back. We have to get back when it's completely under control. Like deaths are going under, let's say, around 50 a day or maybe 40 a day. Then we can really be safe. No, eventually we have to go back, don't we? We have to make sure, because we can't live like that. Because the way we're living at the moment, if it keeps going on, then you've got problems with people that have got mental issues, probably with having different faults in life. You know what I'm saying? So that's the worrying thing as well. Because if you can't,
it's all very well being stuck for 2, 3, 4 months, but if it goes on for 5, 6 months, then we have big problems because then there's money, there's no money. People want to get out. You know, I mean, it's difficult. I think we should give this another month or two, see how we are at the end of 2 months. Also, I think if we look at the German league starts this weekend, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And we monitor that, see how that's going. If it goes well, then maybe we can start ourselves. You know what I mean? So if it does go poorly, then we have to sit back and wait again because that's a good sign in the German league because the German league will although they how can I say? Although it's going to be behind closed doors, but we'll see how the players react, how they if they pick up any viruses during that time. You know, we'll see how it goes.
Loads of comments coming in. Thank you very much for all the comments that are coming in. David Risey says, I don't mind the neutral ground proposal. Every game is an away day. Love an away day. Well, the only thing is, mate, is that you won't be able to go to it. Remember that. Nobody's going to be able to go to any of these away days because they're all going to be behind closed doors. And Mr. A says, Premier League clubs set to use their own grounds after what appears to be a significant U-turn by the football's police chief. This has come from the Times paper right now. Well, listen, if
that's even better. If everyone can use their own grounds, that's even better. I mean, then
that's the perfect scenario. If everybody can use their own ground and it doesn't have to be done on neutral grounds, that's all the better for everybody. Was a random one here. Hassan said, let me ask you this one, Claude. What 3 players would you take from Man United?
Take the goalkeeper. No, I'm not sure. I would have took the goalkeeper, but not now. The right back.
Wan-Bissaka?
Yeah. I'll take McTominay. I think he's a good player.
Yeah.
I'll take yeah.
Right, 2. And who else?
And I'm going to push me. I'll take the one that they just bought, Fernandes. Although I think it's a joke that he's got in the BBC Team of the Year after only playing 5 games. I can't believe that. I just can't believe it.
You wouldn't take Pogba?
No, I think it's too much. I think it's too much problems. I think there'd be too much problems involved with him.
I'll take
he's a sort of player that you might get like the Ozil situation with him as well. I don't. He's not one I think will give you full commitment. No, he's a bit of a loose cannon for me. When he's on his game, great player. But
all right, Lone Star Londoner says latest official UK death toll rises by 627 now to 32,692. But excess deaths, which include those indirectly caused by the virus, top 50,000. And he says football return, nope, not anytime soon. Well,
yeah, see,
they're not planning to. I think people need to remember they're not planning to bring football back tomorrow.
See, we don't know. So we don't know the true figures really. We have to put trust the figures that are given to us. We don't know the true figures, whether these are all related, whether they, you know what I'm saying, that we until we know properly, I don't know. It is as you say, there's 600 deaths there. It was coming a couple of weeks ago. It was about 1,100 a day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Now it's 600 a day, so it is going down.
Yeah, I think the figure that they're looking at more is the infection.
I think when it gets to about 200, then we can maybe ease things. But the only problem about easing things is that it can actually rise again. Because people get too confident, and that's what happens, and then the whole thing.
You've got to keep an eye on it. You've got to keep an eye on it, and if it starts going up again, then you've got to lock it down. You can't do no football because the last thing you want to do is have football. You know, when it gets bad. So I totally agree with that. You can't have football if it was to rise up again. ZMD says Kroenke is £400 million or $400 million richer since the pandemic started. For all the wankers that blasted Ozil for refusing to take a pay cut, what have you got to say now?
400 million richer. But I don't see how he could be richer. Mind you, maybe his wife. That's a different. Yeah, but that's a different company altogether, isn't it? It's nothing to do with him.
Yeah, I think, you know what? I think they, again, I said this the other day about
that. Are they looking at that what his wife is doing, or are they looking at what he's doing?
I think that figure was from at the start, what you would have from the start of the year. He would have lost a load. I mean, listen, he's still rich.
Yeah, it's another thing. That's all. Yeah, because they're going on what's before. Yeah, they're not taking.
Yeah. So that's a figure that come out recently, but I'm sure he's going to lose loads of money.
All these sporting ventures in America, they're all standing still, aren't they, as well? So it's not just Arsenal.
Yeah, so, and he owns a lot of clubs. So, I mean, this guy. One second, Claude. This guy says it's not 400 million richer since this all started. It's this year, so that includes the 3 months or so before this happened, and that is more accurate.
Yeah,
I'm going to say
they're going on about, which I think is a bit naughty. I think they only mention Ozil's name in the 3. Why only Ozil's name? Because the other 2 need to, if you're going to out Ozil, you need to out the other 2. I think it's a bit unfair just to out one person because there's 3 players.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't matter how much he's earning. That don't come into it. If there's 3 players that have done it, either you ain't not name all 3 or you don't name any at all, as far as I'm concerned. I think it's a bit naughty, actually.
Let me get this one. I want to get your views on this one. D. Redondo says Rabiot refuses to come back to Juventus because of wage loss. Comment: would you have Rabiot?
I would a few years ago. I thought we had him. Someone told me we had him in the bag. It made me look an idiot. That bloody plug. That plug, isn't it? I like to plug in. I tell you. He told me that was in the bag a few years ago. Never listened to him again, mate. I tell you. Or the Arsenal horse or whatever they are. Anyway, listen.
You wouldn't have him now, then?
No, because 3 years has gone on and he's not improved, has he, or anything? He's not obviously not gone up a level and he's gone down a level, hasn't he? So no, not for me.
All right. Hassan says, question to Claude: Ty or Mia Khalifa? That's got to be the biggest no-brainer of all time, hasn't it?
Jesus Christ.
Azar 22 says, Claude and Robbie, who would be the ideal replacement for Ozil? Now, there's been rumours today about a guy called Thiago Almeida.
Well, it's not old Lewis. What do you call him?
George. You really got him.
Definitely ain't him, that's for sure.
You know what? You see, you right. If his name weren't George Lewis and it was some.
Oh, come on, Lovey, come on. I'm not looking at the name. It's not. It could be any name. But look at his track record, mate. Not good enough for prom, though. What him here? Do me a favour. Come on. Let's.
If that was a more exotic name, if that was Jorginho Lewington or something like, I don't know, right?
No. I would look up the facts before, but no. I'd look up the record, not what's on FIFA 20 or whatever. I'll look at the proper records. Right.
Replacing Ozil. Ozil replacement.
Ooh.
I like that Kai Havertz, but we'd never be able to get him. I like him though. I like that Aurier who's at Lyon as well. I think those two, although Aurier be more longer term, Kai Havertz, they're both very young players, but they're guys who can grow into that position.
I think we've got a young kid ourselves that could do that job.
Who's that?
Smith Rowe.
Smith Rowe? Yeah, I like Smith Rowe.
I've got a young kid that will develop and can do that job himself. So
different type of midfielder, though, isn't he?
No, I think he could do that. I think he could do. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure whether that number 10 role could be phased out. I don't know whether Arteta is looking to do something different next year. We'll see. But,
okay. Samuel says, I don't think we need signings. Develop our players. Saliba and Mustafi can be a decent at the back. All we need is Thomas Partey and keep Aubameyang, in my opinion. We can save money and splash next year. What do you say to that?
I think Thomas Partey is a great possibility. Although I heard that Liverpool are putting up the auction in an exchange deal for him, so that we might get done for that. So that we might get done on that deal. But I would say if we could get, I think because Lacazette for me, I think we could lose Lacazette because I think he needs a new. I think he needs a new platform, and I think he wanted to go Atletico Madrid. I think it'd be good for him. It'd be good for us, and we can get a player that we really need. So that could be a good swap.
Yeah, but it's the other that Lacazette wants to stay at Arsenal, that he loves it at Arsenal. And funny enough, like when we was talking to Philip Senderos last week, he was saying that, sometimes when you got to remember the chemistry between players. So the chemistry, for instance, between Lacazette and Aubameyang is really, really good. And he was saying that, if you then bring in, like he was saying, if Lacazette's, for instance, on the bench and Aubameyang's playing or vice versa, they both support each other. If you bring a next striker in to replace one of them, he's not going to want to sit on the bench. So you might not get that chemistry. So...
Yeah, but he also said that Xhaka's a great player. I think
you didn't agree with him then?
No, I like old Philip as a guy. I think he was a bit unlucky at Arsenal, but I didn't agree with his comments on Xhaka. But anyway, then we'll carry on.
Let's get some more comments. As I said, they're really, really coming in. Where's that one gone? Someone was asking me about spot. I lost that comment, Claude. I was going to put that to you. Well, basically, what the guy was asking was, do you think we can get 5th spot if the league does get restarted?
Oh well, every chance. I mean, there's 5th spots up for grabs. Really, I mean, it's there. It's not
getting the Champions League.
Yeah, but it's very difficult to say because mind you, I don't think when it comes to the Emirates and empty grounds, there's not much difference, is there, as far as atmosphere is concerned? So it won't make much difference to us, will it? Behind closed doors, because it looks like we're playing for behind closed doors for 80 minutes at the Emirates, doesn't it? So. Yeah, there's always a chance. There's always a good chance. Yeah, who knows what? A lot of these teams, they come back. They might not be as comfortable with this going behind closed doors. They might not be as good. So there's always a chance. Yeah.
This guy's obsessed with this Thai thing. He says, Claude, you're allowed out to meet one loved one in the park from a different household now. So when are you meeting Thai? That's true. You can. You could go and meet Thai now.
Aye.
You can go and meet Thai now because you can go and meet one person who's not from your household.
We don't even answer the bloody phone. What do you mean meet him? We don't even answer the phone. I mean, we could have been doing our own show on here, but I mean, I don't even know. He ain't got a clue how to work his phone or do anything.
I spoke to him, man. And
it's an absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare.
ZMD says he's come back again about this. He says $400 million richer, an increase of 5% based on Kroenke's $7 billion net worth. American billionaires are raking in money during the pandemic.
Right. Let's get this right as well, right? People do not understand the finance of Arsenal. Yeah, it's run, and unfortunately, this is what happened when you go self-sustaining. Yeah, right. The model that all the fans wanted and they voted for when they voted this geezer in the first place, right? No, there was no complaints when he took over, apart from people like me. But when he took over the club, no complaints. Now they're moaning. Listen, it's a self-sustaining business. He doesn't have to put a penny of his own money in. He uses the money that the club generates. Does anyone understand that? He don't have to put any of his own money into the club. There we go. It's simple. It's a self-sustaining model. And we only can spend money that we bring in. There we go.
All right, Sarfak says best pairing for Saliba.
Best pairing for Saliba. Well, it would be. I think for me, with what the resources we've got, I'd keep Luiz at the back in his experience. I know there's a lot of people that don't rate him, but I think his experience, he's a winner in I mean, he's proved he's been a winner with Chelsea as well. I think his experience will be good for Saliba at the back.
Do you think we're putting too much pressure on? I mean, it seems like a lot of people are really pinning their hopes on Saliba, which is he looks a great prospect, definitely.
Young,
isn't he? So, and he's going to be under a lot of pressure, isn't he? I mean, I read today where they've been very impressed with him already. But I mean, are we putting too much pressure already on him?
Well, going from the French league, with no disrespect to the Premier League, you're going up another level, aren't you? It's a different ball game, and he's still a young player, but he looks like very, very strong. He looks a strong guy. He's got everything about him, but his experience, and that's why I want to see someone like David Luiz next to him, because that he can coax him through the games. You know what I'm saying? That experience.
Right, Mr. Z says, which players would you take from Liverpool, Claude? Not necessarily the best players, but the ones that Arsenal would need.
Do you know what? You're going to be surprised. I'll take Jordan Henderson, number one.
Well, if you took somebody, I would expect you to take it. Yeah.
Right? And I would take the player we should have bloody took for £12 million. Instead, we spent £30 million on a. Well, let's not go there. Is Van Dijk, and the other one I would take is the. I take the other guy as well. I take the right back as well. I think I like Alexander Arnold.
Callum says, guys, please do a shout out to my cousin Perry. Massive fan, respect to him. Trent Singh, he says, watching Michael Jordan's Last Dance, in his insane mentality to win, dragging his own teammates to his elite level. Who has that mentality in our current squad? Now, this has been a big issue, I feel.
Yeah, we haven't got that player. Yeah. We haven't got that mentality. No, this is the problem.
I honestly look on Arsenal's team. I was really sort of looking at it the other day and trying to assess it, and saying to myself, do you know what? There's some good players in that team when you compare it to a lot of other teams. But is it a mentality thing? And I think this is where Mikel Arteta is going to be really important to that squad and trying to change the mentality. That's why I think the other day he came out and he said that thing about, I shouldn't have to ask a player twice to want to come to Arsenal or stay at Arsenal, because he's thinking of it that the mentality of this place needs to operate like a big club. The mentality hasn't been right, has it?
No, and it don't help when you got someone like Hector Bellerin saying it's not important to winning wasn't too important to Alexis. That didn't help either, and things like that. So that just shows you the mentality there, doesn't it? Really. I think there's a lot of our players, and what I found in our team and over the last few years, it didn't hurt to lose. It didn't hurt. It should hurt when you lose. When you walk off that park, you should be hurting, and it didn't seem to me over the last few years it didn't hurt enough.
Michael Thomas was saying to me when we did that interview on Friday, when we finished the show, right? We were chatting for quite a while, And that's the thing. The first thing he said to me, he goes, Robbie, when I was playing, the mentality of that team is like, we refused to get beaten. He goes, when we went to that game against Liverpool, that last game of the season, he goes, we all went there thinking we'll win. He goes, we didn't think, you know, oh, this is going to be really tough. He goes, obviously they knew it was going to be tough, but he goes, we went there saying we're going to win the game. And he goes, our mentality was so tough. And I do think that's been missing from Arsenal over the years. You know, a lot of teams have known that, you know what, Arsenal are a bit soft. You know, we can get into them and stuff like that. And I do look in that squad sometimes and think, who in that team really has that mentality where they turn around to the other players and they're like, yeah, listen, if you're not here to win, get lost, sort of thing. You know what I mean? I think Arteta's got that. I'm hoping that he's going to instill that in the team. You know?
Yeah, well, it's time will tell. I mean, I heard Chris saying, I love Chris. You know, I love Chris to death, mate.
Yeah.
But I heard him say that Arteta, he reminds him of George Graham. I'm not convinced of that yet.
Michael Thomas said that as well. Said
there's two legends that say it, so who am I to argue? But what I'm trying to say to you is I didn't agree with it. I'm 50-50 with Arteta. I'm on the fence with him at the moment. I'm not sure.
Okay. By the way,
things disturb me about him, like when he left Martinelli out when he was doing really well. I thought it was the wrong time to take him out of the team, but there we go.
So you're not sure of him?
I'm not sure. I'm not one way or the other on him. I'm like, for the first time in my life on the manager, I'm a bit on the fence.
Okay. Callum says,
I'm being honest with it. I'm being honest, to be honest.
Callum Claude says, can you say to Perry, it's time to go?
It's time to go! There we
go. And Sam Parker says, Claude is a legend. So let me get back on this Arteta thing. So you're not feeling it?
I didn't say I'm not. How I'm saying it? How do I say it? He hasn't. I think people are going a bit over the top. I mean, I've heard a lot of people saying how he's changed and all this has changed, how we've improved and massively improved. And I can't see that massive improvement. I can't see it. I can't see the massive improvement people are talking about. But because I think because of a lot of the people and because he's got the film star looks and everything like that, they get I'm being honest. I'm being honest, and they get carried away. They think, oh, he is doing a great job because he. Listen, at the end of the day, that defeat against Olympiacos, mate, that wasn't very clever, was it? I mean, let's be honest. He got that completely wrong that night.
What did he get wrong?
No, he tactically got it. He got it all wrong. He got the whole thing wrong. And to me, I still feel that there's still a lot to do here. I can't believe when people say he's made a massive improvement. I don't agree with it. I'm sorry. There are little bits of improvement. And these are the same people that got carried away with Emery. And the same people, I warned them in around the Christmas time. You saw me when they were all saying, they all laughed at me, saying he's not. When I said at the end of that 22-match run, and I pointed out and I said there are faults in him, and they all laughed at me. And I'm sorry, they're doing exactly the same with this guy, and he's not even put a 22-match run together. They're all suddenly he's the greatest thing. Oh, he's doing a fantastic job. He's turning us around. Well, give me evidence that he's turned this club around. Give me evidence.
Undefeated so far this year.
No, not really. We got beat by Olympiacos.
In the league.
Yeah, but who have we played, Don? Who have we played? Come on, let's.
United, Chelsea.
Oh, that Chelsea performance, yeah, that was a good performance. Man United. Yeah, and I'll give you the Man United. Man United and Chelsea were good performances, but apart from that, I still don't think. I still think it's a way to go yet. And I'm not writing the geezer off. I was just not convinced of this I'm not convinced with all this carry on with how great he is, and I think it is. I think it's because he looks like he's got the film star looks, and he's
film star look.
Yeah. Listen to me, Robbie. I look at it as a football person. I'm not into all this. Oh, because it's Mikel Arteta. Oh, he's going to do this. He's going to do that. I'll judge him by results, and I'll judge him. Maybe
hold on.
I will judge him what he does with how he deals with the Mesut Ozil situation over the summer. I will judge him over how if there's a clear out of these defenders that are not good enough. That's when I will judge him next season.
But you can't see that he's turned things around in the little time that he's been here.
Where are we now at the moment?
Difference in the team.
Where are we?
Ninth.
Ninth place. Where was we when he came? 11th or 12th. Yeah, there's slight improvement, but let's be honest with it. Let's be honest. It's not that great. No, I'm being honest. I mean, that's it. And this is the problem with this fan base. This is the exact problem with this fan base. We are too easily pleased, and the standards are dropping. We're too easily pleased. We're too easily pleased. And I'm not easily pleased. I had a go at Wenger even 2004 when we should have won the bloody Champions League that year. So I'm not easily pleased like this fan base. This fan base are too easily pleased. No, they're too easily pleased. Robbie, I'm sorry.
Let's do a couple of comments here. Robbie, interesting, Mr. A again, comment from MJ and Mentality. Shouldn't Aubameyang be that player for us? Dragging this team into the Champions League, winning trophies. Well, he is dragging us at the moment. He's dragging us. If it worked for him, where would we be? Southaf says, Keane once said that United of his time had leaders in all part of the pitch. Do you agree with that approach in building a team where Aubameyang is touted to carry the team? Obviously, you do need captains all over the pitch.
And you know what?
Hold on. 1 second here. Are you still saying to me you've not seen an improvement?
I see it. I don't see the improvement that all these fans are seeing, right? You know, the Arteta fan brigade or whatever they are.
No, you see the improvement in the mentality.
I don't see it because he's nice looking because lovely looking guy. That's all. It's all bullshit. Listen, I don't see the improvement that they're seeing. That's all.
Well, I don't know. What do you think? You'd be a bit harsh, man. Daniel says Arteta is class, man.
Do you honestly believe, right? And I'm watching the games, right? I'm watching games here. Be honest with me, Kat. Do you honestly see improvement the way we're playing the game? All right, there's slight improvement in the result, but do you honestly see the way we're playing? There's much improvement.
I've seen Mikel Arteta come in, improve literally every player in that team. I've seen Mustafi improve. Until I don't even realise.
With all due respect, he couldn't get any worse, could he? Come on.
I've seen Xhaka improve. I've seen Torreira improve. I've seen him make. One
thing he's done. One thing he's done is put Torreira in his proper position.
And I've seen him doing the simple things and getting that team back playing. I'm seeing a spirit in the team. You know, this guy Daniel says Arteta is class, man. If you don't get a manager, decent players, it doesn't matter who the manager is gonna fall with the players they gave him. Decent. He's getting the best out of every player, Claude. I
disagree with that comment, and I'll show you a manager that is doing very well with average players is Sheffield United, and they're higher.
How many years?
They're higher than us at the moment. All this about you've got what the players you've got. All this crap about players you got. Look at Sheffield United where they are and where we are.
He's been at that club. How many years he's been the manager at that club?
You're going on about players. Look at the players that Sheffield United have got and look at the players we've got. And what the wages. And I bet you look at the wages of each players they've got and the wages of our players and tell me about improvement.
He's come in and he's taken over an absolute mess. Yeah. And it's not going to be overnight, and he's slowly improving things. He's getting the best out of the players he's got. He's instilling a new spirit into the club, and you've got to give him. When I hear you say things like that, You ain't going to give him time.
Read that comment. Read the comment there on your screen.
Claude Newman says, Claude is right. Arteta hasn't won any away game in the Premier League yet and got knocked out of Europe by Olympiacos. Improvement is minor. It's not minor. It's not minor. No, I'm sorry. It's not minor. Listen, I'm there and I'm watching these guys play up until this coronavirus thing. We were the on-form team.
Yeah, but the trouble with you, Robbie, and I'm not having a go at you, Robbie. You look more results and performances. And I remember the games where we were absolutely shocking, but we got the result and you're saying we played well, right? You have to do that because you've got to run your show like that. I understand that. But look, I look at
the show like what?
No, look. You're a presenter. I'm an expert. Yeah, let's put it. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Oh.
Right. Look, there's a reason why I'm the voice of reason, yeah, because I'm the voice of reason. I did warn you about Emery. You laughed me out, and now I'm warning you. Let's not get too excited too much. Yes, he could turn out to be one of a great manager. At the moment, there is a little improvement, but to go on like he's done a massive improvement in this squad. Is not for me. Sorry.
That man says Claude is correct. It's only 15 games and we are out of the Europa League. Sums up our fan base. Listen, the Europa League loss was a shock. It was a shock. It was remember, can everyone remember? It's a last-minute goal that they got to knock us out, but it was a shock, right? That we went out.
We were awful that night.
I don't think that was his tactics on the night. I just think that the players didn't play well, but. It's on the manager, right? Because the manager, you get the plaudits when you do well, you get the blame when you're out. So we're out. But in the league, to me, the league's more important than Europa League. In the league, I have seen a big improvement in Arsenal Football Club. I've seen a spirit. Look at the spirit and fight they showed when they came back.
We haven't won an away game in the league.
Under Emery, or if that had been like, for the last few seasons, when we went down to 10 men, remember last time we went down to 10 men at Chelsea? What happened? Do you remember? We got absolutely hammered. But
that was a good Chelsea team that hammered. That was. Let's no, come on. I agree. But I know. But that guy made a great point. He hasn't won an away game. I didn't even realise that he's not won an away game in the league.
He lost the game. He also hasn't lost the game in 2020.
Yeah, because if you have 38 draws in the season, you go down, my friend. You know what I'm saying?
Every game,
yeah, but that's why. Yeah, but this is what I'm trying to. Oh, yeah, I know. All right.
Soam says, I feel we still need some additional reinforcements at the back. Arteta has improved and worked upon the position of the players on the pitch. Need another backup for Ozil if he doesn't click. Another dominating centre back and a world-class box-to-box midfielder. Claude, the person, I'm just thinking to myself, Claude, the person who knows everything about football, the expert who told me, remember what you said to me about Mourinho? Has Mourinho done better than, you was bigging up Mourinho, this, we should have got in, this concept, right? Now, does he do better?
Mourinho. How old are we with Mourinho? Hold on with Mourinho.
Has he done better?
Hold on with Mourinho.
Has he done better?
If we'd lost Aubameyang and Leno, we would be fucked. Yeah.
He hasn't lost it.
Harry Kane. He's lost Harry Kane. He's lost Son.
Even before.
I'm just trying to say. This is what I'm trying to say. You can't judge Mourinho. It's too easy to slag Mourinho off. Too easy. And look, let's not forget his record. Yeah.
No, forget the past. This is what you said. These are your words, right?
Please do not compare Arteta to Mourinho.
With what he's doing now, right?
Please do not compare Arteta to Mourinho.
You were the person touting up Mourinho. What has he done? What start has he got off to?
I've told you, if you lose two players like that, you're going to be. Of course, you're going to. I'm telling you now, if Aubameyang got injured in October, right, and is still out, would have been still out now, right? Do you think we'll be in ninth?
I don't know.
Ninth? I'll tell you where we'll be in.
I don't know.
I'll tell you where we'll be.
I know one thing. When Aubameyang was out, our manager put a young player in his place, right? And the young player scored in 2 out of those 3 games, whereas Mourinho is Mourinho is scared to play young players. Mourinho didn't even want to play the young players that are in his squad, right? So you were the one bigging up Mourinho at the time. What's he done? He hasn't got off to a better start than Arteta.
Yeah, because the different circumstances. He's come into a team with low on confidence as well, and also losing his top players. It's a different scenario. As I said, I'm not criticising Arteta. No, I'm not saying. I'm not going overboard like this lot are, right? I'm not going overboard.
I'm not going overboard. Nathan Roy said, deluded getting carried away again with Arteta. Claude is speaking. I'm not getting carried away. What I'm saying is I like what I see so far. And this is let me tell you this is the flip side of how you're reacting, Claude, right? You'll be there claiming, oh, I got to give him a chance. I mean, how long do you give him? Let's see. Let me ask you, how long do you give him?
No, I want to give him a chance. No. No, you're not dealing with DT here now. You're dealing with me now. Come on.
No, I'm asking, how long do you give him?
No. You're not. Don't twist my words. I said at the moment I'm not sure halfway or the other, and I'm prepared to see how it goes over the summer, what he does over the summer, who he brings in, who he takes out, and we'll see next season if he improves. And I'll say he's improved, but I'm not going to pass the way people are going on, right? The way this fan base is going on, as he's the next Alex Ferguson or Guardiola. He's not.
How long do you give him?
6 months ago, he was putting cones out for Guardiola. Right. Right. No, come on now. Let's get this. Let's get facts right.
How long do you give him?
I'll give him up till see how he gets on to mind you. It's very difficult because we don't even know when we're going to get started again. So, we don't even know when we're out this back door. Never know if I'm going to get on the street again, mate. I don't know if I'm going to get out of this poxy flat. Anyway.
Hold on. Was you about to say you give him till Christmas?
Well, I want to see. I'll assess it at Christmas.
See, this is the thing. If we're saying we're giving people a chance, a manager a chance.
No. What I'm saying, I will look at the situation in Christmas and see how I feel there. But what I'm trying to say to you, Robbie, is that I'm not going to start saying that he is now King Arteta, the best manager we've ever had in our football club. Things like no. There are people. Yeah.
All right, let me get. There's a lot of comments coming in. Demetrius says, "I swear, if Claude was director of football, we'd be kings of Europe."
Yeah, I'll do a better job than that bloody Gazidis, that's for sure.
If Claude was in charge, we'd be like them clubs in Europe where they sack the manager about every 3 weeks.
Trophies.
Liberova says, "Claude
don't do Real Madrid any harm when they sacked all their managers and they kept winning." Anyway, let's go. Carry on.
Claude speaking the truth. Cautious optimism, not getting overly carried away, doesn't mean we aren't supporting. I'm not saying Claude's supporting.
No.
I'm saying that I can't see how you don't recognise that there's been big improvements under him.
No, but this is it because this is why this club does not go forward, because we have our standards are dropping. They're dropping. Because if you say it's big improvement, it's not big improvements. It's not big.
This is what this guy says here. He says, Trent Singh says, Klopp in his first half season got to 8th.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Listen to me now. Klopp in his first half of season got to 8th. The following season, he bought Marnie, Wijnaldum, and he got into the Champions League, but by a point ahead of us. Let's back him. I agree entirely.
I agree, but you're not understanding what I'm saying. Jesus Christ. What I'm trying to say to you is, yes, and there are little bits of improvement, but there's no let's not get carried away, because the minute we get carried away, right, we're thinking we're going like we did, like people like you and DT and all the rest of you. And I remember, what was it? Troops before the Crystal Palace game. Wow, these idiots that were going against Emery. They're calling all sorts of names, and then after the Crystal Palace game, get him out. Get him out. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I'm trying to say, because you get excited. You say you don't know what you're saying. You have to assess the situation. Go slowly. Don't overhype people too soon.
Patriots SD says, Claude, how much have you had to drink tonight? And stop hating.
It doesn't matter. You know, Robbie's seen me sober, and I'm sober tonight. I could have 3 bottles of one and be still sober. I might lose a quid.
Mr. Rotten says, we have to lower our expectations at this point. We've got to go bit by bit, not expect to win the league in the first season.
I agree. What I'm trying to say to you, Robbie, but to say there's a massive improvement is bullshit. It is bullshit, Robbie. And you're feeding these fans this, and they believe you because they look at you like a messiah. And when you're they look at you as a messiah, and when they look at Robbie, they believe what they're hearing. And that's what you've got to be calmed down.
Listen, I am just trying to say, right? Let me get this guy here. This man says, he wouldn't say improvement is minor because he's changed the mentality of every player. He's took the mess from Emery and improved many players. Now he needs funds to make us go forward, but we ain't getting that. And he's spot on. The mentality, it's not just the players. He's changing the mentality around the whole club. I like what I see. I like what I see, Claude. Yeah. But you give him Christmas. Oh, give him Christmas, then sack him.
No, I didn't. No. I didn't say that. I didn't say sack him. I said what?
What would you do then? If you
I keep repeating myself here. I said there is a little bit of an improvement, but it's not as massive as people are saying. You're building this man up too quickly, because when you build someone up too quickly, they head for a fall.
How's it that Mustafi's improved so much then? Xhaka.
He makes one major mistake instead of 2 in a game. That's improvement. It's good enough to lose the game, isn't it?
Xhaka, who we were saying he should go, a lot of people were saying he should go after that incident. Look how much he's improved under Arteta.
Yeah, and this guy's absolutely spot on. This next guy.
Andrew Gerrard says, let's not get carried away. These comparisons with Liverpool are not needed. Both different teams, and there's no guarantee Arsenal. Liverpool. That guy.
Liverpool Football Club, right? Have got different mentality to Arsenal. They are winners.
That's what the man.
Every competition they
bring. That's the first thing he's trying to do. Listen, Claude, you've got to take it in stages, yeah?
But Liverpool have always had a better mentality. Always, until last, even now, they've got a bit more different mentality than Arsenal. They've got a different mentality. They think every trophy is worth going for.
The first thing he's trying to do is change the mentality at Arsenal Football Club. He's saying to them, there's some talented players there, but you've got to change your mentality. Ty says, is that Ty? No, it's Ty Khan. No. But Ty Khan says, Robbie, I love your channel AFTV, but I'm a Chelsea fan in the USA. Can you do a show for all the clubs weekly? We have been getting fans of different clubs on. We got a Tottenham, Chelsea, stroke Mourinho fan on tonight. So I'm only joking. You did pick up Mourinho. You did.
I just feel that things haven't gone right for him this year.
Oh, poor him. Fang says Klopp was 8th, but went to 2 cup finals with none of the players he bought. Not to mention Arteta had no experience, and Klopp had won 2 Bundesligas, 1 domestic cup, and a Champions League final. And no doubt Klopp is coming, when Klopp came in,
Exactly. Klopp's got into Liverpool. That's another thing. That's another great point.
Klopp's a great manager.
Yeah, but when he came into Liverpool, he had that experience of doing those things. Yeah. What has Arteta got apart from putting cones out for Guardiola?
I think that's very, that's very disrespectful when he's.
No, but at the end of the day, yes, he might have learned something from Guardiola. He might have learned this, he might have learned that, but we'll see. Come on, we'll see. I love him to turn it up. I love him to do it. Yeah,
Yeah. Sean says, let's be fair. The players you're saying he's improved couldn't get any worse. They're still terrible average at best. He's getting the best. Listen, if I give you average and you can make that better, you're doing your job. Like that other guy said, the trick is now we need to give him, and we don't know if we'll get that now because of the whole coronavirus thing, but now he needs better quality so that he can move the thing forward. But I think he's off to a good start. Shrey says, Claude, Arteta has brought a change, but Arteta alone can't change the club. If Arsenal can see the potential, they need to back him. Arsenal can bring in Pep or Klopp and finish 7th. Kroenke needs to back the club. True.
Yeah, it's not just Kroenke. He's got to get those two in front. The recruitment has got to be right because if, as I said before, if Kroenke gives the recruitment 80 million and they spend it on crap, it's not Kroenke's fault, is it?
Lennox says, how can you say that stuff like this about Arteta? He's lost one Premier League match in 3 months.
Yeah.
In 3 months, nearly 4 he's managed us. 1.
Yeah, I'm not. It's not the barometer, but it's still not the barometer to say that he's doing a massive improvement. It's
a massive improvement.
It's a ridiculous statement to make, Robbie. It's a ridiculous statement to make. And this is the problem. As I said, people look at you as a messiah, right?
It's a messiah rubbish.
Yeah, but this is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to say. And you have a responsibility. Anyway.
Ruben says, Robbie, love your guys' channel. Cannot wait for Blood Brothers for you guys to retain back the title from DTFC. So Claude,
I've got a job. I haven't been offered the contract by this man yet, so I don't know yet.
Well, if I judged you in the same way, they're like you're judging, the standards. Like this guy says.
Hold on a minute. I can only work with what I've got.
Oh, good one. Akash says,
it doesn't happen when I've got Mike Ashley as the chairman either. Anyway, go on, carry on. You're going about Kroenke, you're worse than Kroenke.
Mike Ashley, you're disrespectful, I tell you. Akash says, Claude is harsh, man. Arteta will be a legend. Wait for it. You're being harsh.
I hope he does become a legend, and you know what? If he does become a legend, I'll be the most great because all I care about is my football club. I don't care if I'm wrong. I love to be wrong because I hate being right. But I hate being right because our football club is not going in the right direction. So I hope I am wrong, and it does. At the moment, all I can see is the movies ahead rather than. But we'll see. We'll see.
Sean Turner said, Claude, come and support Man United. We ain't happy with bad or average. We've become. We still have high standards. Shows funny guy. Which high standard? Well, they won. They're average as well.
Yeah,
this is when I talk about getting the best out of players here, because to be fair to Ollie, when he first came in there, he was getting the best out of the players, but he dropped off. But he's sort of made a recovery and he's improving them again. But I just like Arteta. I like the mentality of Arteta. I do. As I says, Claude talks sense. He's brutally honest. Louis99 says Arteta needs until the 2022 season because
I'll be dead by then.
The dead will be out of contract. They would have left at that point. We can see Arteta.
I ain't got that long to go. God, 2022.
He makes a great point. That's a great point there, because it's going to take him.
Yeah.
There's a lot of players like Ozil, Mustafi, all these guys. Their contracts will be up by then. He'll be able to start bringing in his players.
Yeah, I want to see. I don't think it's going to be. I want to see some sort of improvement. At the moment, it's a slow improvement, but it's not the improvement you're saying, Robbie. That's all I'm saying at the moment. That's
Change the mentality. Peter Butler says Klopp came to Liverpool. The first thing he did was change the mentality of the players.
When did he change the mentality against Olympiacos? Where was the mentality change against
Olympiacos? Come on, man. Where was the mentality at Chelsea?
We went out to a bunch of Greek waiters, and you're telling me he's changed the mentality. Come on. What's going on here?
Right, Klopp, this guy Peter Butler says Klopp came to Liverpool. The first thing he did was to change the mentality of the players and also the fans. The defeatist attitude at Arsenal is the same as what we had at Liverpool, and he's a Liverpool fan. And it's true. And he's changing that. Don't you see that?
I don't know. I'll wait and see, but hopefully he will change it eventually.
Emran says, hello, Robbie. We need two players, one in the midfield and defence. Arteta knows the club's philosophy day in, day out. Other clubs' players has a lot of gratitude for Mikel. From Santi got injured. We never took the same. We never bought someone in, I think he means. Same went for Abu Dhabi. A player with a similar Santi possesses what we need.
Yeah.
Read this comment. You keep asking me to read comments. Read that one.
Oh, listen to that. You've got your fans coming on.
He said, if Robbie... No, you said it, the Messiah. He said, if Robbie is Messiah, then right now Claude is Judas.
Oh, Judas, all right. I care about my club. If you want to go in the right direction, you should listen to me. Anyway.
Who should we have bought in? Still think we should have bought in Mourinho then?
No, I wasn't, and I'll be honest with you. I thought we should have bought a more experienced guy in, but I've got to say, I'm going to give this guy a chance. But I'm not going to sit here because he looks like a film star and whatever and say he's the greatest thing that's going. I'm sorry, because at this present moment, we're not that much better off. We're slightly improving, and to go on about like if we'd have been beaten Olympiacos and then gone on to win the Europa League, maybe then I would say that is a major improvement. But to carry on like this after losing to Olympiacos, especially after winning the first leg away from home 1-0, you as a coach cannot tactically get that right to get through the next round when you're 1-0 up away from home from the first leg. I'm sorry, you have a lot to learn still. Sorry, there we go. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. 1-0 up. If that was any top coach, 1-0 up away from home, going into your home, mate, you should get over the line.
Luke Dalton says Arsenal bottled his most important match to date, Olympiacos.
Exactly. It's all very well beating West Ham at home. And even that game, if you watch the game, Robbie, you're saying we've had a match improvement. I'm telling you, we were lucky that game. We were lucky. They outplayed us in that game. We should have got beaten that game, the West Ham game.
Hold on,
you know it. You watched the game. Don't tell me we played well in that game.
I remember you talking to you last year outside games, and you turning around to me and saying, I don't even want to be in this Europa League. Into Mickey Mouse.
I don't want to be in it. I don't want to be in it, but it's a problem. No. Hold on. It was a part. I didn't want to be in it. No. I hate the
Thursday night cup.
It's a passport into the Champions League, and we messed it up last year through that clown. Manuel, that clown Manuel, who's couldn't string a sentence of English together in the dressing room. We bloody messed that up. You know, and I'm not having that again. I'm sorry.
You use all of a sudden now it's the most important thing. But last year it was the Thursday night cup. I don't want to be in this stuff like that. In the league, he has improved Arsenal.
Did you watch the West Ham game?
Yeah, we weren't great, but we won the game. Winning mentality. The mentality got us through.
We were lucky. We were lucky in that game.
Do you ever give any credit?
And the problem is you don't get you eventually, if you don't put it right, that comes to hurt you in the end. And what I'm trying to say to you, Robbie, slowly we get there, but we mustn't overhype things too quickly. Because the minute you start overhyping, and I remember you lot were overhyping Emery. Oh, fantastic. Oh, Emery. Football has changed. Oh, fantastic. Look what happened.
Hey, some breaking news, Claude.
What's that?
We just signed George Lewis.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We're better off signing Stephen Lewis, what you call it, from on the buses. Was it?
I'm gonna do a couple more because we're coming towards the end of the show. Lowell's Beam says, "Oh, lost it there. Oh, he was somebody who's backing you. I was trying to get him up on there, but
they're having a party next door. Next door, they're having a party. That's what I'm talking about. All this lockdown, it's all gone out the window, mate. They're having a party next door.
Maybe Link 82 says Arteta knows the league, knows the language, has a philosophy and identity. Unlike Emery, it's not his fault that the players have a fragile mentality, bottle certain games, and he's improving that. That's the first thing he's working on.
It's working, but all I'm saying is, I don't think you'll understand my point. I'm not saying he's not doing it. I'm just saying it's slightly. But when people go, I don't like this going over the top business, saying that he's, made a massive improvement, which he hasn't. It's not a massive improvement.
Right.
No.
Black Sheep Soup says, Robbie, everything can't be positive all the time. I understand you have a platform, but honesty is the best policy.
And that's why he's got me on. And that's why he's got me on. And if he had more regulars like me on this channel, it would be a better way. But unfortunately, we got people that play to the crowds. I won't play to the crowds. I will play to what I believe in. I don't play to what the crowd want to hear. I will say what I believe in. There we go.
Elliot243 Robbie says, Robbie talking very positively. Does he have an earpiece in with Ty telling him what to say?
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me. Oh God, don't get him started. God help us. He said we were improving when we lost 8-2 at Old Trafford. Don't get me started on him. Oh, is it raining? Oh, we lost because it's raining. Jesus Christ! Don't get me started.
Elliot Roberts says, greetings from Toronto. Great show. Claude is right. Cautious optimism over being blind over no results. Claude, what is your ultimate Arsenal post the summer transfer window?
What does he mean by that? Sorry.
You to say all the players you get. I probably ain't going to have time to go through.
Yeah, I don't think unfortunately, I think we're getting a George Lewis.
Chad Angelo says, hi, Robbie and Claude. Trini Guna, how are things? He says, I agree with Claude. I've been supporting Arsenal 2.5 decades now, and our standards have dropped 85% from where we were at that time.
Yeah. This
is what the guy's trying to bring the standards back.
Yeah, but he's not. I can't believe people are comparing him to George Graham. I can't help us.
Well, Michael Thomas.
I love Michael Thomas, and he's a lovely guy. And he actually sent me a message when I was down. So I always got a lot of time for Michael. And of course, he's a legend because he was a winner. He was a winner.
And that's what he said. He goes, Robbie, Mikel Arteta, he's a guy. He goes, he's a winner. He's a winner. And he's bringing that winning mentality. He goes, we're lacking that.
Yeah, they'll all come out with it. They'll next year they'll all change their tune as well. They'll eventually change their tune. I've heard it all before, mate. I've heard it all before. There are certain people who are praising Emery and then they change their tune. You know what I mean? It's
yeah. Listen, you can listen. A manager can lose his way.
Even the voice of reason can change his tune. You know, I mean, we're only human.
I hope you will. Milo says Claude is right. Arteta is a novice manager. Yeah, there's been an improvement, but nothing to make us think we will be challenging anytime soon. Arteta needs time and new players. Exactly, Milo. He needs time.
I'm not arguing about that. I'm arguing about the carry on with his fan base that go on about massive improvement. There isn't massive improvement.
Harry 15 says Claude.
Exactly. I only speak facts. And this is why I should be on here more regularly, because I am the voice of reason. Anyway.
We're going to do a couple more because we're running out of time here.
Hold on, I'm just checking for the fixture list. DTFC pre-season friendlies. I'm looking.
No, we can do John Polly and start arguing. Right?
I love DT, man. I love him. DT is a top guy, and I'm hoping that. And by the way, he did deserve to win that Blood Brothers Trophy. Absolutely. You lot wrote him off. I never wrote him off ever. You lot wrote him off, not me.
Like you wrote him off. Mm-hmm. Kevin says Claude every day on the show. I don't know if I can handle
No, I don't know. I think
I'll be mad. You know? Adam says Claude is the voice of reason.
I won't say Robbie's chain. Right? What I'm trying to say is how can I say it? You're sort of brainwashed in a sort of way, but it's not. It doesn't mean you don't. Yeah.
Sam says Arteta is not Emery. That is already clear. Being cautious is smart, but being pessimistic helps no one. It's true. You are pessimistic. And Bennett S. I love your passion, Claude. I love your passion for the club. Hold on. He says, Claude, I love your passion for the club, but tell me, honestly, how much difference do you think Allegri would have made based on where we are and the results since Arteta took over?
Well, I'll tell you what. Bennett, where we would be, we'd be still in competing for the Champions League in the Europa League if we had Allegri. There's a difference.
How do you know?
I don't think he would have fucked that up. Oh, wait a minute.
Yes. Claude talks nonsense. It's very mixed here.
Yeah. Exactly. Then he's entitled to his opinion. No, put that. But what's it?
Joey says, ask Claude if he has any old Arsenal collectibles from his time of going to Arsenal over the years.
You know what? Funny you should say that. I lost a lot of that when I moved and had all them problems. So I did lose a lot of that crap. Which is a shame, really. But they are great memories. And
Swilled 80 says Claude is right. It's similar to Man United. Ollie gets an easy time because he's likable and played for the club, but he's miles behind the leaders and not in the top four.
Yeah, but Ollie wasn't the wheel, lost the wheel. Now he's got the wheel back on again. I don't know. I mean, according to the Man United fan base, so it's a funny one. That one, I don't know.
And last one for the night is Kingfisher, who said Claude should be given a job in Arteta's backroom staff. Show the players what it means to wear the badge.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If I was in there, in that dressing room, they'd soon know it. They won't be messing about.
There'll be nobody left. Claude, thank you very much for coming on tonight, man. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you for inviting me on, and it's been a pleasure, mate. And
I'll get you back on. Maybe we'll get you back on before the end of the week.
Yeah, don't leave it a month. You know what I mean?
You said anything about a month. It weren't a month since the last time you were on.
Oh, I can't remember, mate. Maybe it's this thing is getting to me. They're having a party next door. I can't believe it. All this lockdown is nonsense, mate. Absolute nonsense.
And you still say shoot it on sight?
Oh, definitely. I'd have the tanks out tonight if I could. Tank, never mind shoot on sight. Let's have the tanks out. Let's soon move over off the park if they had the tanks coming in, mate. I tell you.
Claude, thank you very much, mate. And thanks everybody for watching the show today. We will be back in the morning with another AFTV News Daily.